my first time. And they got instructions for me. Okay, cool. Y'all. So it keeps telling me that my orientation is locked, and it is not locked. I just turned it off. Okay. We're going to be in this format so that it leaves me alone. But hey guys, I am super excited about this being our first live on YouTube. And as I was sitting here, I just kept thinking. So over the last couple of days, I've actually been recording videos because I know it's about that time for me to post again and check in with you all. However, every time that I recorded, it was something. So, let's see. The first video, the lighting was horrible. Like, I was sitting outside and it was just no good, no bueno. And I was like, fine, even though I was like, I could just go and edit and see if I can make it brighter, but it was just no good. Then I had decided I was going to record a video exactly after my therapy session, and something went crazy with my Wi-Fi. So I literally had a 20-minute video that I had to edit that just never uploaded. So I said, okay, Lord, what is it? Like, why are all of my videos right now a dud? And so I'm sitting here at the laundromat and I'm like, oh, okay, this might be a good time to record a video. And I hear go live. I'm like, okay, you want me to go live? Hey, Bria, how are you? I'm just telling the story of how literally these last couple of days I've been trying to record a new YouTube video and just nothing was working out. And so today I'm sitting at the laundromat and I'm like, ooh, let me record a video. And like I just hear, no, you need to go live. So here I am, going live. And at first, like last night, so I've actually been thinking about going live since my second video flop. I was thinking about going live. And so I was like, okay, we could do something like a random conversations with Aaliyah. And then as soon as I had started typing, the words Holy Spirit led Convos came out. And so this is what we're going to call these. Whenever I come on here and it's just random thoughts, they are going to be Holy Spirit led conversations, because when God says move, you move. And so that is what I'm doing today. He told me to go live, so I'm going live. And y'all, it's really bugging me because I cannot turn my screen. Like, I want to turn my phone sideways, but every time I do, it tells me that my orientation is locked. Okay. Yeah, so we're not even gonna continue to mess with that. But I guess I'm going to sum up some of the things that I actually was trying to talk about in my last couple videos that I was gonna post for you guys, because there's just been a lot of conversations that's been coming to my mind. So if y'all are dropping in, let me know where you're coming from. I really love being able to talk to my community, so y'all say hey to me. But one of the things that I wanted to really sit with and talk about is how many times do you how long does it take you to accept that a chapter has closed? Like, how many signs do you need before you really say, okay, this is done, this is over with, let's move on? For me, I would say with the most recent thing, it probably took a couple of months. So I have been tutoring with a little girl for about roughly since the beginning of January. Yeah, it was January. And I knew that it was about time for us to start wrapping up, because usually when I start getting tired of something, and I did not get tired of my sweet baby, but I just kind of I was getting really overwhelmed and tired of the work that went into me preparing for that day, and not just what we were going to be doing in tutoring, because I make up stuff on the fly, but more so of like the things that I had to do at home. Like I'm having to hurry up and cook meals before my significant other goes to work, or like trying to get as much quality time with my kids before I go, because I know once I get back I'm gonna be tired. Simba Sala, what are you trying to say? Oh, hi. Um, so it felt like a lot. Then on top of that, I knew that our contract was coming to an end. And so I was like, okay, Leah, it's time for you finally to like accept that this time is coming to an end, and you already know that God is moving you into a different direction. So it's time for you to tell your client's mom. The day that I was actually going to have the conversation with her, she didn't show up. And so I had a friend, and she was like, Aaliyah, I feel like this is also part of your confirmation of letting you know time is winding up. And I'm like, okay, maybe, maybe. So I had told her mom, and I'm like, hey, there's something I really want to talk to you about. If you could hop on a call tomorrow or something, let's do it. Well, she didn't hop on a call. So I said, fine, I really do still need to tell her what's going on. So I sent her this beautiful email, okay? I'm talking about all the details. I was like, on this day or this, because we tutored every Wednesday. So I was like, on this Wednesday, we're going to focus on this. On the last Wednesday, I want us to like go out and do something. So it could be us going out to eat, going to the park. I was like, I could bring my kids, because that was something that my Tootie was always asking. She was like, why don't you ever bring your kids? And I'm like, baby, because this is our tutoring time. But I wanted to really be able to do that for her. So I had everything planned out. And she sends me back a message, because she had wanted to talk to me too. And she's like, well, congratulations on the new things that God's calling you to do. But also, there's something that they just learned about one of their older sons, and she was actually going to need to stop. Okay, Lord. This, this chapter is closing a whole lot sooner than I was expecting. So I had to take a quick moment to sit with that, because one, I was supposed to be getting paid that day, and I had to come to the realization, okay, you're not getting paid today, Aaliyah. What else? I had, like, literally, when I tell you, I had planned out the rest of that month. And so then to think, okay, these plans are like null and void, they are not happening. Also, guys, let me know if y'all can hear me, because I know that I'm in the laundromat, and there was like another spot that I was in, and the fan was really, really loud, and I was like, let me move back over here. But yeah, so it was just all happening so fast. And so it's really important to have wise counsel in your life, to have people who pray to God, like they read their word, they are fasting, like they really have a relationship with God. Okay, awesome. But it's really good to have wise counsel in your life, because I was talking to a friend, and she was like, Aaliyah, I can't help, but it seems like God is moving a lot of things out of the way, because there's something that he wants to do. And so I said, wait a minute. She had started naming stuff, and I get out my pen and paper, and I'm like, okay, so the doors to my in-person tutoring is closing. I'm no longer tutoring for the online companies, and it's not like I've stopped working with them, just my sessions have ended. There's a new move that we're doing with my daughter, and I'll announce more about that later, but there's a new move that we're taking with my daughter. What else was it? My mental capacity. Like, there were conversations that I needed to have that I kind of was just avoiding just because. And I was like starting to have those conversations. And when I started to think about it, I was like, you know what? You are right. It does feel like God is moving a lot of things out of the way, because he has something in store, or whatever's coming up next is going to require a lot of my attention. So yeah, that's that in a nutshell. The other thing that I like seriously wanted to talk to y'all about was how right now, well no, yesterday I had therapy. And for the last couple of conversations in our therapy session, we've been talking about rest. And so I know sometimes we can very much feel like, oh, I'm getting rest because I go to sleep at night. But rest has multiple different parts. There's the rest of physical rest, there's mental rest, there's social rest. Like, there are different parts of rest. And we just got into a conversation about how I told her, I was like, today, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I'm just tired. And I don't know if y'all can see, but y'all see my bags. Y'all see the bags up under my eyes. Um, I need some more rest because sleep is not cutting it out right now. I need to go and have some like intentional rest. And so she was telling me like, Aaliyah, that's what we're working on. So for like the next, I don't know how long sessions, but she has given me tasks and we're resting. And so I am taking the liberty of actually doing a vlog for you all of this week, what resting looks like for me. And sitting here in the laundromat with no kids is part of my resting, because usually I will sit in the car and I like might watch a video or I might do some work. Sometimes I'll read. But today I was like, Aaliyah, I think you need to be outside of the car. So I came inside the laundromat and I'm like, quote unquote, people watching. But just giving myself like a change of scenery. And so that video will come out. Like, I want to give y'all like a full week of what resting looks like for me. It being intentional about rest, because for me it's not something that was modeled when I was growing up. I did not see my mom like rest all the time. When she would go to work and then she would come home and she was supposed to be sleeping and she'd be binge watching TV. Like, I didn't see her get out with friends a lot. I didn't really see her journal. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't see her. And the same thing with my dad. My dad was very much work, school, business. So in my life, I always saw that, you got to stay busy. You got to be being productive. And I'm breaking up with that mentality. We are breaking up with this idea that we always have to be on the go. So that's really what this vlog is going to be about. Let's see. Holy Spirit, activate. What else? Because there was something else that came to mind while I was saying that to y'all. Does anybody have questions so far? Anybody have any questions? Are you curious what rest might look like for me? Oh, that's what I was going to share. So one thing that I know for sure, yes, we are breaking up with the idea of always being on go, because we don't have to always be on go. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of us can see that we have lost our trust in God, because we feel like we always have to be doing something. Like, I know that's for me, especially with my business. There was a point where I would do what God would tell me to do, and then I would sit here and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I got some extra time. Let me just go to the next thing. And it's like, no, Aaliyah, you're completed that. Go do something else with your life. Like, your life isn't just only business. And this is something that we talk about in the Very Intentional Mama Village, is that we are made up of so many areas. We are not just our physical. We are not just our finances. We are not just moms. We are so much in this one little body that we have. And so you have to make sure that you're taking care of all parts of the pillars so that you won't fall down. Because if one pillar is messed up, then the other pillars are more than likely capable of falling. And so, like, if you are not a part of the village but you would like to know more, the link is in the description and you can head on over and check it out. But one thing that I know that I'm supposed to do, which is what I'm going to do as soon as we get off this call, is I have a sister-in-law, and me and her, we had plans that we were going to do dates every week, like lunch dates, mostly lunch dates. She likes to eat. I like some good Mexican. So we were planning on doing like lunch dates every week, or even like some things, go bowling or just something random, but to get us out of the house. And more so, I think she's trying to get me away from the kids and remind me that I'm more than just a mom that stays at home. But this Sunday, whenever I saw her, that's what kept coming to mind. I was like, I need to call her and I need to schedule something this week. And the reason why I didn't schedule something with her over like the last couple weeks is because money. Money, oh Lord, am I about to say this out loud? Money has been my God for a long time. I have allowed money to dictate what it is I do, how it is I do it, the way that I respond to things. And I broke up with that mentality about, let's see, I think the end of March. The end of March, I broke up with the mentality of money, mammon being my God. Because it's not money that is my source, it is God that is my source. Money does not supply all my needs, God supplies all my needs. And so when I finally came to this realization, it helped me to see, like, okay, if it's something that I'm supposed to do, God is going to provide. And it might not always look like Him handing the exact amount of money, even though, that would be nice. But sometimes it might look like somebody coming and saying, hey, I want to mentor you. Sometimes it might look like somebody passing by and just wanting to compliment me. Like, the way that God provides is so different than what we think in the earthly way, which is why we have to think about God's kingdom principles and have to follow those and not what the world says. But that is what stopped me from reaching out to her and us having our weekly dates, because I was like, I don't have the money, sis, and I ain't trying to show up to places, and it's like I gotta sit here and look at you eat. But knowing that this week I seriously need the rest in many different ways, I'm going to be calling her and we're going to set this up. And your girl getting out. I might even get cute. I might beat my face. Just might beat my face. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I also woke up this morning with like a stuffy nose and a scratchy throat. But it's okay, because we're still able to do the things that we need, and I'm definitely going to go take a break as soon as I am done with laundry. I believe that's actually all that I had for you guys today. And this wasn't supposed to be anything too long. I just had things that I seriously wanted to share, and it felt like every time I tried to do a video for y'all, the videos weren't working out. And so I decided to move when God said move, and come to y'all with a quick live to connect more with my YouTube community. So I think that's all. I'm about to sit here and do some more reading before I go back to the house. Hopefully children are asleep. Think of some dates that can be free. Picnics, y'all can bring your own snacks, taking walks, watching a Netflix movie or series together. Taking walks is actually something. So our church, as my pastor, love my pastor down. He is also my brother-in-law. So when he says this more from the familial side. But we have a lot of big bone church members. And so something that he is really wanting us to do is kind of like a what's the biggest, why am I drawing a blank? The Biggest Loser, whatever that thing that used to be a show a while ago, where whoever would like lost the most weight out of all the people won like a prize or something like that. But he wanted us to do something like that, and we have been trying to get together and find something for everybody to be able to come and walk. Me and my mother-in-law, we do it, and we're actually about to start back walking together, because she's been noticing after I told her that she was losing weight. She didn't believe me until she went to the doctor. But she wants to start back walking, and so I know that's something that me or her are going to do. But also just, wanting to invite other people so that we can all, get those steps in, but also get that time away from day-to-day life. So that is definitely on the list. A picnic sounds amazing. Now you have me thinking about a sub, because I just had a sub for like the first time from Subway. Was it over this weekend? No, last weekend maybe. I think it was last weekend. I had a sub, and it reminded me how I used to make our homemade subs, and I'm like, gotta bring that back. Like, hands down, have to bring back homemade subs. But these are great ideas, and I'm definitely taking them into consideration. Because your girl, I have to reset my body, and it's very much needed, so I do not burn out. So I guess now I will share with you guys some updates, tidbits, coming in the future things. One, you can to get be the first person to know about everything that like is coming up next, or just to hear me have these conversations. They might start coming on a weekly basis in my email, but if you go to the description, you can find the link to join my email list. You can also find, like I said, the link to join the Very Intentional Mama Village. And if you haven't got your, now I'm gonna show y'all mine, but my children, like, they destroy my keys, okay? So I am constantly having to make myself a new keychain. My son just recently, like, he had a battle with me where he ripped off my pom-pom ball. So my pom-pom ball is no longer existent. But you can go and grab your I Am affirmation keychains. They are in the description. They are just gentle reminders of who God says we are, followed with scriptures, because we know how powerful it is to have scriptures to back up and combat the enemy whenever he tries to get into our head. So you can also grab that link in my bio. And lastly, this information will be coming out maybe well, not actually today. It'll be coming out either by the end of this week or by the beginning of next week. I will be hosting a summit, and I'm super excited. This is that thing that in the beginning of this live where I had shared that how God was closing a lot of things because there's something that he needs me to put my focus on, and it's in a virtual summit. And I'm asking that you guys would pray for me because this is extremely new for me. I am not used to only focusing on one thing at a time. I am usually the person who has her hands in many different things. And it makes me think about that saying that says, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I am putting all my eggs in one basket, guys. And so that is what I'll be working on for the remainder of this year. The summit will take place in November. But I decided to go ahead and let you guys in on a sneak peek because nobody else is going to find out about the summit until, like I said, either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. And so more and more information will come out, the title of the summit, all the good things. And I definitely want you guys to grab your tickets because it is going to be healing, transformative. There will be deliverance. Like, it's going to be powerful. And I'm not just saying this because I know many of the speakers, but because the fact that God is clearing everything out the way for me to focus on one thing. Oh, I know that this is going to be mind-blowing for me as well. So if it's mind-blowing for me, I know it got to be mind-blowing for somebody else. Yes, so I am going to have the link for tickets soon. So by the time that the email goes out to everybody else, I want to have tickets ready just in case there's anybody who sees and they're ready to go ahead and sign up. So yeah, thank you for that question. Yeah, I think we're done now. I am going to spend the remainder of this time sitting here, not washing clothes, but the remainder of this time reading a good book, and soaking up the silence of the noise of my house. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will let you guys know maybe more ahead of time when the next one of these Holy Spirit led convos with Aaliyah happens, and maybe it can become a frequent thing. I kind of like it. So until next time, bye.